Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the SideKick Power Hour as we count down to season 5 of Skeleton Crew every week. My name is Nakia, and of course, I'm here with Skeleton Crew creator, star, writer, director, Joshua Pangborn. Joshua, what are we
everyone
tonight?
Tonight we are going to be watching episode 9 of Skeleton Crew. This is Working to the Bone. It is the very first episode to feature Reverend Yolanda, so I'm very excited to share that with everyone tonight. And we have a couple other special announcements, I think. And I think we're going to talk a little bit about the musical episode.
Oh, we are so excited about the musical episode. And folks, don't forget that you can help us support the musical episode and make it happen by making a donation to the Venmo for SideKick Productions or doing it via PayPal, whichever is convenient for you. Josh, of course, has written these amazing lyrics, and I have taken them and turned them into songs. And been recording them here in Austin, and then we will record the cast singing that, but we could really use your help to do that. And of course, tonight, as we are counting down to season 5 of Skeleton Crew, we will be talking some about that. So without further ado, it does sound like we have a exciting night ahead of us, but we do want to remind you that we have a weekly question of the week for our viewers, which is, what is your favorite type of donut? And we're not going to answer it just yet, but we will be answering very, very soon. And we want to hear from you in the comments so that we can talk about it during the break. And with that, I do believe it's time to bring in this week's guest. Of course, the one and only Ashley Monique Menard.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Ashley.
And straight from the Partridge family home in Los Angeles, California, please welcome back to the show, Reverend Yolanda.
Hi, Yolanda.
Hey, y'all. Good to see everybody again.
Hi, Yolanda. Yolanda, tell us how your birthday was last week.
Oh my God, it was so amazing. You guys helped me celebrate. But really, we made almost $400 for Black Trans Advocacy Coalition. And I am so excited.
That's so cool.
That's wonderful.
I know. I'm really, really thrilled. Thank you for putting YolandaNanda.net up on the screen, and everybody go check it out. From
it's
now
so
until
much
September
fun.
4th. Yeah, thank you so much.
Don't forget, y'all, that the cool thing about Yolanda Nanda is that the music's really great, but it's also really good for your soul. And if something's good for your soul, then that means it's going to help everybody. And we need a lot of help with everybody's souls right now. So please do it. It's such healing performances from Reverend Yolanda. We're so glad to have you back on the show. Josh?
Thank you.
Well, and before I even say anything else, I just want to comment on Telecaster Bear's dinner because it sounds delicious. Corn on the cob and mac and cheese and smoked sausage. We're all coming over after the show, I think, to have some dinner.
Wow.
But I want to just bring up, because some of you might be asking where Stuart is tonight. Well, we have a video that's from behind the scenes of filming season 2 of Skeleton Crew that might give you an idea of where he is. So
I've never confessed before. I've been a very, very bad employee of Money Shots.
Why have you been a bad employee?
It's recording.
You know that closet in the back?
I believe so.
I frequently have penetrated young men.
Young men? Not old.
Well, no, they were fairly young.
Oh, of consenting age.
Yeah, they consented.
Yes. Because then that's an extra one.
Yes.
And like at least 5 more Hail Marys.
Is that important?
Oh, so wait, what do I gotta do?
So, based on what you've told me,
right,
I'm going to need you to do 100 Our Father.
Happy birthday to you.
What?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stu. Happy birthday to you.
hold up,
and
hold
Happy birthday to you.
Let me wish.
Yay!
Happy birthday!
Birthday, Stewie.
Is today your birthday?
Yes, today is Stuart's birthday.
That was amazing. Happy birthday, Stuart.
We have a lot of people in the comments talking about that
Yay,
too. Happy
Stuart.
birthday to Stuart.
Yes.
Jay
Aw.
Terrio himself saying happy birthday.
Wow. Look at that.
And
Hey, Jay.
Barbara. Happy birthday.
Oh, that's great. Hi, Barbara. Ellen. We had Ellen on the show last week. She's always lovely. Now,
So that's where Stuart is tonight. He is
Aw.
celebrating his birthday. So he can't be with us in spirit, but we were there with him in season 2 behind the scenes. He was very surprised that day. Ashley was too because she didn't know. But you can still hear her sing her songs, which is the most important thing, I think.
Yeah.
But we actually have there's a second birthday tonight because tonight is the first time we are meeting Mr. Dillard on the show, Dominic Dillard. The actor who plays Dominic Dillard, David Zimmerman, it's his birthday today too. So
wow. Happy birthday, David. That's awesome. Well, we definitely have a lot to celebrate tonight. And we definitely want to have a good time. Is there anything else before we start the show?
Actually, before we even get to Skeleton Crew, we have some Demon Doctor stuff to talk about.
What? Are we talking about Demon Doctor?
We are talking about Demon Doctor.
I love talking about Demon Doctor. Okay.
Macabre would fit in perfectly on Demon Doctor. Macabre would be a perfect character. No, over the weekend I found out that Demon Doctor was accepted to the Baltimore Web Festival.
Whoa!
So that's exciting.
Congratulations!
Baltimore is a big web festival, and we're very excited that we're an early selection for them. So that's very cool.
Wow!
Yeah.
But that's not it, because over the weekend we also found out about the Hollywood Blood Horror Festival. We already knew we were accepted into that, but the award nominations, the awards came out, and Demon Doctor got not 1 but 5 awards at the festival.
Wow!
We were named Best Comedy of the Hollywood Blood Horror Festival.
What?
For Demon Doctor. We were the Best Acting Ensemble at the Hollywood Blood Horror Festival.
Wow! And it's even got Ashley and Marky Jean and Barbara Thomas's name on there. That's great.
Oh my
God! Ensemble, so more people they couldn't fit more than 4 names on there. I asked them about that. It's for everybody, but they put the first 4 names of people on there. Best Producers to Ashley and me.
Wow!
Yay! Best Special Effects to Paul Anzulis.
Yes.
And then we even have the best trailer for Demon Doctor.
Wow! Well, that is definitely awesome news. Congratulations!
So I was tickled pink, you guys. I was
Demon Doctor has definitely been busy this week.
Yes.
It was so cool.
Wow, that is so great. I'm thrilled about all of this. Yeah.
Well, listen, Ashley, any trips to the dentist this week? I went today for my teeth cleaning, but I'm okay to talk. That was the highlight of your week last week, right? And nothing else special happened, or did it?
Last week, I made a goose. I went to the zoo. What else did I do not wearing a mask? I'm just kidding.
And I'm the first openly gay, we were the first openly gay couple on a reality singing show. You did a podcast episode with me.
I did a podcast episode with Nakia, as well as Joseph Limas, Al Baez, and today or yesterday, my episode with Mark Eugene Garcia came out. So we've got Josh coming up. I'm not exactly sure if Josh is going to come out next week. I was finishing the editing today. I have 6 podcasts that are ready to come out, and I've got 20 that I still need to edit, and I've got 10 other people. So there's I'm trying. Actually, in the comments, I need advice. Should I release like 2 episodes a week or 3 episodes a week, at least for like the next month? Like, I have so much content. I may as well just release a boatload of them now, because if I release more now, more people will want to interview with me, right? It's just
Right.
numbers.
Totally.
There
Right?
you go.
That's a great idea.
Great strategy.
Well,
What do you
it's
guys
definitely
think
cool to
of content?
see. It's definitely cool to see how everyone is doing these amazing projects, even in the middle of what's going on in the world. And Josh and I have been hard at work on something too. So we are going to take a sneak peek at some of the vocal work that we were doing in the studio 2 weeks ago on the song "You and Me Equal We," which will be sung by Mark Eugene Garcia.
Such talent.
For the cast recording, but this is me singing it so that it can be you'll get it. All right, let's give it a spin. This is "You and Me Equals We" after the rewrite for the first half. What's the count? Okay. I was always very good at school. The smartest in my class by far. No fingers in my cookie jar. But with you, I always play the fool. Because I know exactly what we are. My dream come true, my shooting star. Surely you see it, right? Say it isn't just me. Okay, let's stop. All right, so if we're going to change that lyric, let's talk about correction, though. This machine is mine. Could we say something else before "this machine is mine"? Like, so calm down, everything will be just fine. Yes, but now this machine is mine. Like correction, though, like, you know what I mean? Nobody says that.
Well, Mark as Simon does.
Okay.
Mark would speak that way.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It would be like, correction though, this machine is mine.
Okay. Well, then let's leave it then. Correction though, this machine is.
So that was about 8 hours Wednesday, 8 hours Thursday, and 8 hours Friday. That's how we spent our days, Nakia and I, going back and forth digitally. Nakia saying that lyric sucks. Let's change that. And no, he didn't say sucks, but but it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun to just watch Nakia get to sing the songs and hear the process go, because it's so amazing to see all the work that Nakia has to put into this, singing the songs to get them right for the album, and it's pretty dang awesome, you guys. He and the team there, it's so
the team,
detailed.
it's
The work they have to
do. It's just me and Matt Parmenter. Well, and Michael Halftime Peters, who plays the
exactly.
drum. This week we're gonna have John Sanchez come in and play guitar. I'm so excited.
Sounds like a
I'm excited to see tonight's episode of Skeleton Crew, y'all. It is the very first episode with Reverend Yolanda. So let's get started with that. Here is season 1, episode 8, Working to the Bone. Originally aired January 18th, 2016. Are y'all ready? And don't forget, we want to know. Don't forget, we want to know in the comments, what's your favorite donut? That's the question that we're asking you to answer tonight.
All right.
Eddie, there you are. Missed you this weekend.
You did?
Same.
Yeah, this place isn't the same without you. Everything okay? I heard you were sick.
Oh, no. I just had to leave town for the weekend with my brother and his mom. Oh, crap. Please don't say anything to Theora.
Don't worry. Sick days are for blowing off work from time to time.
No, they're
My
not.
brother was married.
He is. He just has a husband and a lover.
How exotic. You lead such an interesting
Alex.
Me? Not really.
Oh, by the way, I have something for you. It's my bag. It's a book on horticulture.
It's a Necromonicon.
Okay. That's really nice of you. But why?
I thought you were getting into a new hobby. Isn't that why you're always with Mrs. Gasper? I was cleaning her room this weekend, and she was muttering something about needing to tell you to trim the hedges. Something about
What?
how nobody likes
Gardening. Yeah. Yeah. You know me, dumb as rocks. I wouldn't know where my head is, but you know the rest.
We've all been
You're
there.
not dumb.
Oh.
So, back to work. And have a good one.
Everybody.
I'm not used to being noticed. I'm not used to people wanting me around or needing me.
See, you gonna sing
No one ever
Cellophane,
has.
Mr. Cellophane?
Veronica, pick up the phone. You told me that you would have your ideas to me for the donut campaign by Sunday, and it's Monday morning, and I haven't heard from you. I'm trying not to panic, but this is my job.
Always complaining about something. Jesus.
Mr. Dillard's on his way out, sir.
You're gonna have to stall him, okay?
Sure thing, Mr. Colgus.
Hello.
The best we could do with framing?
Most people, they tend to take what they can from me and forget I'm even there.
Just because Stuart's
They
not
can't
here.
be bothered by me anymore.
Carla's bursting at the seams.
Oh!
Ouch.
You know I'm doing you a favor, right? You're lucky I'd lower myself to choose you. Why you get off turning me down for so long? All I asked for was a little fun. But you, just a sad sack of nothing. You're pathetic.
I love Frank. Oh.
Frank is amazing.
You're right, Carla.
Oh.
He is a little bitch.
Why are you doing this?
Don't you know?
Stop it!
Whoa. The call is coming inside the house.
Inside my head.
Come in.
Mr. Dillard's here, sir.
Please bring him
Hey,
in.
Kimberly. It was so cool
Please,
having
Mr.
her on
Dillard,
last
have a
week.
seat. It's wonderful to see you again.
Mr. Cole, Chris, hello.
I
Happy
trust
birthday,
Mr.
David.
Treated you well?
Happy birthday.
Water.
Secretary. It's quite an outdated term, don't you think?
Well,
Whoa.
Mr. Colgus is an old-fashioned boss.
My values are old-fashioned, but my ideas are revolutionary.
As is your wardrobe, I see. I do appreciate the sentiment, though. So, you're this firm's wunderkind.
Straight to business, I like it. Well, I'm not just wearing this shirt to suck up to you. I want you to picture an average donut eater, maybe a bit doughy around the
Who drew
middle.
that?
He comes into view.
It's
He
traits.
bends down to pick up a donut.
What was that?
It was my pants. Don't worry about it. It's an old pair. My secretary will get me a new one.
Sure thing, Mr. Colgus.
So, where was I? Right. So, he bends over and picks up a donut from the ground. He puts his eye up to it like a little window. And then we cut to, we do a rapid cuts of images from raves and dominatrixes and male and female supermodels bathing in exotic waterfalls. And then we pull back and we see our average donut eater grinning and sweaty and looking like he just had the best orgasm of his life. And then it fades to
Same.
white.
Yeah, this is one of those
And
reverse shots.
Dillard's
Of like,
Donuts,
where's
a
the
porthole
action?
to pleasure.
Where- We got so much better with that.
Is that
Season
it?
1 was the only time it was.
As always, we
Ever
are
an
open
issue.
to suggestions from our client, but if you think about this commercial, Mr. Dillard, I think you'll realize that it'll make your donuts stand out from any others in the industry.
Oh, it will. Well, if that's all you have, Mr. Colcrest, I'll be on my way. I'm a very busy man.
You don't want to stay and discuss.
I got the idea of the campaign from this. I'll be in touch.
Good day. Stephanie will show you out.
No need. Good day.
That was
goes Stephanie.
Stephanie, there may have been a kernel of yours in there, and for that I am thankful. But you need to remember what you are.
Oh.
If you had the ideas, you'd be in this office, not me.
I thought I wanted to be
Of
noticed,
course.
at least by one person. I thought if that happens, I'd be happy. But when I got my wish, I realized how cruel fate can be. It is so much worse to be overlooked when the person you love willingly looks right through you.
I mean, seriously, just look at them. She's eating up everything that he's saying. Yeah. I mean, and the lead doesn't even have to come to rehearsal. What is that about? Yeah. This is going to be such an absolute disaster. I can't even deal with it.
Have either of you heard anything at all from Veronica? This is good, right? Get all the disaster during the rehearsal and have to have smooth sailing.
Sweetie, this isn't your first time producing a show, is it? Okay, I see. I need to call my therapist.
Call my therapist.
Did you do something to her?
What?
Veronica,
What makes you think I did something to her?
you've been doing a lot of things I didn't think you were capable of these days.
And that's a
I think
team.
that we're on break. Could you go home, please?
Let's just call it a wrap.
Okay. Ooh, great. Okay.
Oh.
So, did you think about my idea?
I did. The thing is, I'm really comfortable in my job, and I know it's not the greatest, but at least it's a job.
Yeah, but do you want something reliable, or do you want something you're actually happy with? I mean, Eddie, he was reliable.
Yeah, I guess he was.
Yeah, I mean, plus, just think of it. You'll be able to come work with me, and we'll be able to spend all
I
this
love that
time
you
together.
almost
I mean,
broke
I
into
feel
the
like
song
that's
right there.
not a
It's true. Icing on the cake. But can we please talk about the elephant?
I love Ellen.
Elephant
Hi,
Man.
Ellen.
Your husband, Evan. I mean, he does technically work for me, and I just don't want anything to come between us if things don't work out.
No, nonsense. Don't worry about that. Evan does what Evan does with who he does it with. I mean, Evan's not, he has his life and I have my life.
Really?
Yes. Don't worry about it. He's not going to come between us.
I'm really glad, because the only female friend I've ever had is Veronica. So you can only imagine what kind of friend that was. I really hate to lose you.
Oh, honey, you're not going to lose me.
And don't sleep with her
worry
husband.
About it. Please, so let's go fill an application.
Okay, let's go. Great.
Oh,
think
Ashley,
it's
you're
so
so
caught
great
up
at
in
this.
their own
Both of you and
lives.
Eleanor.
It's just so
And
damn
in their
sad.
lives, and someone like me
Yes?
just
I
fades into the
still don't
background,
understand why Polly
regardless of how
becomes
much
such good
suffering
friends
we're
with
experiencing.
Hunter.
I know.
After
Can you
all
say that
the
again?
great scenes they have together in season 1. I love how in season 2 they're just right as rain.
Thank you.
It works, it flows, but
Thank you
it's
for
just
letting me
so
know.
funny.
You have a great day too.
Oh, it's sexy time.
Hunter, knock it off.
Nope.
What? Adam's at work. You're not working. Well, let's not wait another year.
Hunter, I have something important to do right now, okay? Now, can you do me a favor? Can you put Carla's program on at 3? I promise her we watch it together. Carla? No. I'm sorry. I have somewhere important to go.
Carla's all like,
Carla, not now, please, okay?
Sure. Whatever.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Look. Maybe some other time, okay? When things are less intense.
Yeah. Pencil me in.
On this show, that's never. So, I mean.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Josh, how many of those Money Shots shirts do you have?
Only 3.
Wow.
How about you?
I don't know. How about me?
You want to go around?
Ah, so cute.
That's because you went back to work too soon.
Donuts, remember?
Josh, you really need to get Dunkin' Donuts to like sponsor Skeleton Crew.
That would be great. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I learned how to do text messages and video since this
yeah,
season 1.
Yeah, no,
You did not sell this boy short, Cecilia.
It's the rest of it is just as bad.
Oh, don't be silly. I love my men with a little snuggle on them.
That's true. Oh, you're frighteningly drafty.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, that will not be the case tonight.
You wicked man.
You know, he reminds me of this boy I once knew, Fred Dukes, from the top of his head to the tip of his... Well, Fred. I used to love the way he walked with those jeans that looked painted on and that jiggle behind with every step. Oh. He broke my nose once.
You poor man.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't malicious. You see, Fred would lose control after he, and so he was flailing about wildly, and I didn't realize this, so I was slow moving my face away. But I can guarantee you that I did not make the same mistake the next 24 times.
You have never heard such things.
Oh, God, no, I just go on and run off at the mouth all the time.
Mrs. Guest, can I please put my pants back on? I mean, I have to do some work.
Of course, you silly boy. See, Glenn, see how polite he is? Just standing there with his bits waving about, letting two old farts go on and on.
He is quite a catch. Well, I guess I'll take my leave now. I will see you later tonight, Edward.
The room is all yours, starting at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
It's a real shame. You can grow old in this country and find out you don't afford the luxury of dying in peace-headed. Thank the Lord for morons like you.
That's a picture of my
I
sister.
really don't like it when you call me fat. It's my brother.
That's huge if you said that one between you two.
Hey, who is that?
And don't touch that.
Is that the guy that you're telling me about?
What?
The one that you couldn't marry?
Yes. Jake. He was the finest man you could ever hope to meet. We'd meet in secret, he and I. After I was married, I mean. Oh, he knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. But is love ever wrong?
I don't know.
No, of course you don't. You wouldn't know the truth if it were staring you in the face. That's your problem, Eddie. Not my Jacob. He's smart as a whip. He'd figure out these elaborate plans for us to spend as much time together as possible. And we'd take advantage of every second. The best times when we were alone together, doing nothing, lying there talking. I still remember the nights we danced together under the stars.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry you two couldn't be together.
People can't get what they want. They get what they can take. For whatever reason, I just couldn't take Jacob.
Wow. It got so heavy right here.
Give him much of a choice.
Is it just me, or does Eddie look a lot like Jesus?
Get out of here. Don't you have something to do?
I guess he does.
He does.
I sure can take an enema or two before tonight. Who knows what Glenn's going to want from you?
Of the Jesus poster, I mean, on the reverse shot.
Of course.
Okay, we'll be right back after these messages.
Sound is speeding, cameras are rolling. This is day one, take one of...
Why do you have two different cameras?
What?
Oh god, this footage is gonna look like shit. Got a crucial audition. And it is imperative that everything go flawlessly. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
What if we said no?
Are you okay?
We have a fabulous guest for you today.
Yeah, you want to talk about Emmy? She's great.
So glad that Emmy's making a comeback. Although I suppose, did she really go anywhere? She's just been sort of bumbling around, hasn't she?
Do you know who I am?
You are a has-been from the 90s, Emmy Hart.
She is brilliant, strong, and she is so humble.
I'm the glue that holds Emmy together. So without me, she's just kind of like a fart in the wind.
Felix, do you sleep with my mom?
No.
Sex in my 60s is the best of my life.
What the are you doing?
You have chlamydia and gonorrhea.
Well, I already know that. What's the good news?
Emmy, you need these eye drops because of your drug problem. Look at how red your eyes are.
Oh my God.
I'm overcome with emotion too!
Wow, that's a nice bra.
I am so proud of you for exploring your sexuality one micro-orgasm at a time.
Can you make me feel good? Please, can you just make me feel good? Please.
Oh my God! How?
Come back later, and we'll do the scene again. Out of my way.
Can't wait.
We can't wait either. It's going to be so fun. Oh my God. The Art of Blowing It. Ashley, any updates for The Art of Blowing It?
Yeah, you know, we filmed it. No, I got some updates. Okay, so you know, we like I said, we filmed it. And it's really just about we tried to optimize making the story as possibly good, just better than we originally shot it as. And so we actually just met up this past weekend, and Josh, Stewart, myself, and Paul, we met up, we took pictures, we socially distanced, we were appropriate on set, we did what we needed to do, but we took some promotional photos for the show, as well as filmed a couple of confessionals to pop into the show. And so
we did what we needed to do.
We did.
Safely and socially distanced with masks and sanitizer.
We did.
Well,
So I'm hoping to drop it midpoint of September is my goal. But you know, my goal was also to drop it in I think January, February, March.
We had talked about July of last year too. So
we also talked about July of last year. Here's the thing, though. I've never made a show. So, you know, when we finished this show, we looked at it and it was good. And then we just thought, how can we make it better? And so that's kind of what we've been doing this past year. We've been making the show so much better than what it was last year. Like even Christian saw it last year and Christian was like, okay. And like now I feel like when Christian sees it, he's gonna be like, yeah. And Christian's a tough critic. He's a really good critic.
Well, I know it's
Christian
going
is
to
a
be
tough critic.
fantastic, and
Yeah.
we're all super excited to see it. Josh, do you want to say anything, you know, kind of about this episode that we're coming out of? You know,
Sure.
and you know, maybe just let us in a little bit on what's going on in your brain.
Absolutely. So this one was an interesting episode because the way I had written the last episode, I wanted the audience to wonder where Veronica was and to think, did she actually die? Spoilers, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably know she didn't. But I consciously left her out of the first half of the episode because I wanted people to think, oh, what's happened to her? Is she dead? And sort of tease that along a little bit. So I really was hoping that people would maybe buy into that idea that Veronica was dead. Because I thought it would be an interesting. Veronica had been the lead for so long for most of the first season, to suddenly offer would be like, oh
yeah,
wow, how could we do that? That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another voiceover episode, obviously, and a first introduction. I mean, Yolanda, what's it like looking back on this first scene, knowing how far Glinda has come?
Oh my God! Well, first of all, Josh, did you colorize it or did something? It looks so much better. I'm like, really, I'd love to have a copy of that scene again because it's in my reel. And that was the first time working with Josh and all of the crew at Josh's apartment. And I remember that crunchy bed because of the styrofoam.
I left the wrapper on the mattress because I was like, we should be very safe and sanitary and leave the wrapper on the mattress. So
now, Yolanda, both you and Josh have talked a little bit about how you originally submitted for the role of Cecilia Gaspar and how Josh transformed the role of Glenn with you in mind. Let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the types of roles available for trans performers? And do you think it's changed in any recent years?
I do. I think it's changed since 2016 or 2015, whenever we filmed that. It was just beginning to happen that trans roles were even coming about. And that was when I got my agent, and things were beginning to, come around, like in Backstage and all of that kind of thing. But when I auditioned for Josh, I just found the notice in Backstage for Cecilia, and I was just deciding that any female role was open to me, and I would just audition for it, and
that's great.
He was so he was so gracious. And now since then, all kinds of roles have come on board, and the thing that I really love so much right now is people that are making web series, because this is where I think the future of where we're going to see the best roles come,
Absolutely. And during the show, we heard that Glenn has a memory about a young man from his past, Fred Dukes. Let's take a moment, shall we, and just Google the name Fred Dukes.
I'm afraid.
And see what comes up. Oh. Now, this is obviously Fred Dukes, the Blob from X-Men. So
a lot of times, when I write characters, and I can't think of a name for a character, I'll reach into literary reasons, and like I'll literally do, like, I know this character is going to be a jerk, so let me Google literary jerks and see what I can find, and then I'll pick a nice name that matches that, or I know this character is going to be abusive. Let me find famous literary abusive husbands, and So this one, I think I did something like literary Southerners is what.
All right, so Ashley, maybe you can then talk a little bit about this. Everyone has has to work with someone that they dislike from time to time. So what is it like for actors who need to be friends on screen or even closer, but who don't really like each other in real life?
That's a great question. I think that's when it just kind of goes to, you're there to do a job. And I think everyone just kind of goes in with the, okay, let's just do what we got to do. We're here for a particular purpose.
Sure.
I mean, the cool thing, especially like with Skeleton Crew, everyone's been pretty chill, and everyone who's come on set's been, our vibe sets the tone, I think, because we all really want to be there, or we wouldn't. There's a million other things we could be doing with so much time, but we want to be there. And so I think all the kind of core people that are there on set the tone for everyone around them to where,
sure.
But yeah, we have not had a Sophia Loren and Marlon Brando, although Josh has acted a lot like Marilyn Monroe.
I dress like her too, but that's at home.
Say that Stewart could be a little Miley Cyrus-y, but
Ashley is totally a Meryl Streep, though.
Well, according to Marie Claire,
that's true.
These are famous co-stars who hated each other's guts. So,
there's Yolanda, Joan Collins.
Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds.
Barbara, we've got Debbie Reynolds over there. We got Barbara.
Well, that's certainly cool and weird, but let's get back to the show. We've got a lot of show for you tonight. So we're going to go back to Skeleton Crew. And don't forget, folks, we do want to hear from you before we do. Actually, let's do that. Let's take a minute and let's ask, what is your favorite type of donut? Josh, do we have some folks who've chimed in about their favorite type of donut?
Definitely do. We have, I have to pick this one first just because I have a very quick story about it.
Okay.
When I was in high school, middle school, my best friend at the time, she came out to us as bisexual.
As a
and
donut.
No, not as a donut, but used donuts to come out because she said, sometimes I like Twinkies and sometimes I like Bavarian cream donuts. And ever since then, whenever I think of Bavarian cream donuts, I think of lesbian sex. So it's
That's a great analogy. That's almost as good. Like that's right up there with Schitt's Creek. Red wine. Sometimes I like red wine. Sometimes I like white wine. That's a really good one.
I really like that one. So,
anybody else have a favorite donut? Maple bars. Yeah. Chocolate frosted glazed. Okay, Ashley, what?
My question, if I go to a donut place, I really want an apple fritter. Do we consider an apple fritter to be a donut?
I mean, I don't.
No, Yolanda says no too.
It's a fritter.
But
So,
what is it?
Well, I mean, it's a fritter it's been frat.
Would it just be a pastry?
But because you don't really get apple fritters at pastry places. You get an apple fritter at a donut shop.
What was that last donut that was on screen? I couldn't even.
A malasadas. I don't know.
It's a little.
Yolanda, you're muted.
With powdered sugar on top.
It's a what with powdered sugar on top?
A little donut, like a donut ball, almost kind of like a beignet.
Oh, okay.
I love a beignet.
Oh, yeah.
I love a beignet too.
The first time I used a beignet was in Spain.
That's not a beignet, Nakia.
I get it.
Really? Well, me and Glenn just ate a box of maple donuts, like 2, 4, 6, 8, a whole box between the two of us.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you something. If we had Josh in the studio when I was recording the vocals for the musical cast recording, I absolutely would have ordered donuts, and we've ate a bunch, but we haven't. But we've got the musical episode coming up, and we could definitely use your help paying for it. If you got an extra $5 or an extra $10, you can hop online right now and make a donation to either the Venmo or the PayPal, whichever you like. They're both up right there for you. It would mean a whole heck of a lot to help us get it done, because this stuff ain't cheap and people ain't working. So,
question: It's a Zapoli?
A Zapoli.
The Zeppoli, is that considered a donut?
Considering I've never heard of it, and then no.
No, look at it.
A Zeppoli is a fried ball of dough with sugar on top.
Oh, I dated that guy once. Okay.
It's fried dough food. That's what Google says. Fried dough food.
Fried dough.
It looks like a donut. It's circular.
I mean, I'll eat anything that's fried. Okay. Well, let's get back to the episode. All right.
I'm still thinking about that apple fritter.
There are the times when you want to be invisible, where you don't want people to bother you. And that's when suddenly you're on everyone's mind.
Veronica?
Hello?
Go away.
Veronica, I know what happened. A friend from the hospital called me.
How nice.
Why didn't you call me? What happened? All I know is you were attacked downtown. What were you doing downtown?
I don't have to tell you anything.
Come on, Veronica. Since when do you not want to hear yourself speak?
I love this lighting, Josh.
At me, Veronica.
Yeah.
You know, when they took me into the hospital, I asked for them to call my brother in oncology because I didn't want to have to go to a doctor that I didn't know. But to my surprise, they told me that my brother doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah. About that.
Please,
And that's
just
the
leave
tea.
me alone.
Boom.
Hit me, Veronica.
I don't have any time for people who keep things from me. Now go.
Oh, she's so
I'm
good.
not going anywhere.
She is.
I'm a doctor. I need to see if you're okay.
You're not a doctor. Not anymore.
Maybe not. But I'm still your brother, and I'm staying.
The way that Anthony says I'm a doctor is
think they're
similar
being
to how
nice,
Nomi Malone says she's
remembering you in that
Stanford.
one instance, but then they just go back to forgetting, and you're left alone again.
I hated that brown dress.
It's really ugly.
So don't be mad at me.
Really
But I think
ugly.
I have a surprise that will solve everything.
Yeah.
I invited an old friend of mine over. This is Dominic Dillard. Dom, I'm sure you know my slave, Aaron.
We're acquainted, yes. Mr. Dillard.
You may refer to our guest as
Duncan?
Sir Aaron.
Sir, yes, sir. Could I get you
So,
something to drink?
funny
That won't be
story.
necessary.
Jay is not in the room right
Why don't you
now.
head over into the bedroom?
That Paul's
Oh, wow.
Catching up to do.
We'll be along soon.
We filmed Jay. We had to film Jay separately.
Both of you?
Good
I
job.
invited Dom to enjoy my slave with me. He's a respected member of the community, and I think he would enjoy testing your limits.
Wow.
Make sure to polish these off before we get in there. There's a dozen in there. Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Hey, Ethel, can I talk to you for a minute?
Anything for you? What's up?
Anything for you?
Anything for you?
Who says that?
Tonight, I could really use some money.
Ethel.
Sure. Really? The graveyard's the worst shift. You've said it a million times in the past.
Well, yeah, that was then. Ever since the whole Gina thing, I think this place is really comforting at night.
If it's because you don't have a place to stay, you can always crash at my place again. It's not a bother.
No, it's not that. It's Mrs. Gasper.
What about her?
Well, we've become kind of close the last few weeks, and I mean, she likes it when I'm around at night because she has bad dreams. Night terrors is what she calls them.
Night terrors? All right. Definitely don't mind heading home early.
All right.
Don't work too hard, Eddie.
She's
I worry about
funny.
Don't.
Yeah, she's great.
Let's get her on here.
And thanks.
Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?
Come on, Veronica. Our entire lives have been spent in an unspoken competition with each
Oh,
other.
Josh, you look
I
adorable.
tell you.
So I'm the last person to know.
No, you're the third, actually. I told Carla first, and then I told Eddie.
Carla!
Carla
Well, I
always
suppose you
knows
want to feel
first.
better about yourself. He's the person to tell.
She really should clean that bandage.
What were you doing at the pawn shop?
No.
Veronica, if you needed money, you could have
You're a
asked.
doctor. You couldn't have pointed that out.
For unspoken competition. Aaron cleaned out the bank accounts. I can't even afford to buy pantyhose.
Thank God.
Coming back in style, you know.
I'll speak to Aaron.
What, hairy legs?
Don't,
Pantyhose.
please don't.
Oh, pantyhose.
He needs me. I don't want him to think that he's won. Don't.
It's not so easy anymore. For either of us.
What am I going to do?
First, I'll make us both something to eat.
There's no food in the
Mm.
house.
Then I will order us both something to eat. And then you and I can do what I did the other night. We can update your resume. It's time for us both to hit the job market.
Is Carla why you lost your job?
Yeah.
You need to let her
Hello?
go. She's gone. She's only holding you back.
Go get some menus.
So mellow. It's like you're on a
I know.
Xanax.
That's season 1, Josh. I agree, Barbara. I like it.
I liked it. I thought it was
Trust
really
my
nice.
brother to be the one that's taken forever to get ready. We're going to miss our reservation.
Oh, he's getting married tomorrow. It's gonna take his time.
That's true. I mean, suppose it is hard for him. It's much easier.
Flashback, drink.
For me, I'm practically ready already, thanks to genetics. And you, well, you don't have anyone to impress.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, don't read too much into it, dear. I'm just glad you finally feel so comfortable around us to dress so, what's the word? Relaxed.
What's wrong with wearing an adorable striped shirt?
Nothing, dear. It's just you can tell that you've been married for a very, very, very long time.
Really?
It's okay. I mean, I only speak to you this way because we're family. But really, Gina, that dress, what were you thinking?
The shade of it all.
Oh, no, don't bother. I had a look in your closet while you were in the shower. This is your best option.
And that's the tea.
So, it looks like I'm going to be having a baby soon. So, this is my last glass of wine.
You're pregnant. Should you be drinking that at all?
Drinking
Gina, why did
in
I
a
let you buy
flashback.
this wine?
Drink
what
again.
What are you thinking, Gina? Gina, how could you have done this without consulting me first?
I don't know. I needed a way out.
Oh, and now what will you do? How will you spin this?
I
Don't know. Obviously, you shouldn't have done this without me. You should have come to me first. Honestly, Gina, what were you thinking?
She's so good.
Hey, baby. Hey, I don't have a lot of time tonight. Apolina asked me to help her with some chores around the house after work, so I gotta head home soon.
Head to the bedroom. I'll meet you in there.
Music is intense.
Yeah, for real. I was just thinking that.
If I was Stuart, I would say that I've been manipulated
Thank
by
you
the
for coming
music.
tonight, sir. I hope you had a good time. I did, Aaron. It was a pleasure working you over. Hunter has excellent taste in slaves.
And donuts.
His heart was more into it. He could make a great master if he really tried.
Wow.
I asked him to be part of my leather family, you know, but he just isn't interested in the lifestyle. Outside the bedroom, that is.
He's been a great master to me, sir.
Of course he has. He's fulfilled all of your desires.
Geez, it takes him a long time to button that shirt.
Always thinking about others. When it comes to the lifestyle, his heart's just not into it.
I'm not sure that's right, sir.
Of course you don't. You're caught up in your own idea of what all of this is.
I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
I don't think so. I don't have any interest in working with you or your company.
But what about what we just did?
It was fantastic. But that doesn't mean I'm going to do business with you. You're not someone I fancy working with.
What do you mean?
I don't like you. You don't know how to separate the business from the personal. Take Stephanie, for example. You refer to her as your secretary.
Because she is.
You refer to her by such an outdated term because you hold this fantasy that you hold some sort of power over her. You like playing with power. But when it comes to my business, Aaron, it is not a game.
But didn't you like my idea?
Quite a bit, actually. Which is why it's a shame you're not someone that I want to work with.
I just don't understand.
Tell Hunter goodbye.
So what is easier in the end?
What a fucking dick.
I don't know. I hate being ignored. But I hate being the center of attention. It's not any good either way.
You know, I get
I get way more attention than I'm really used to these days. You know, that's not who I am. You know, I'm not someone who needs or craves attention. I'm someone who needs to be loved.
That is all well and good, Edward, but I have paid for your time. Now, I would appreciate it if you did not waste it with all of this endless prattling. Just lay back and let me do what I want to do.
I'm not any different than Carla is to Anthony. I'm just a thing. Something to be used. Something you can forget about when done.
Wow.
But just look at me, please.
Oh, it's so sad. Yolanda, you're muted.
Oh my gosh, that was
Well,
awesome.
we're going to go straight to you, Yolanda. Tell us, what are your thoughts about what you just saw?
I'm so impressed with the quality. Like, that's why I wanted to work on this anyway, because I love Josh's writing. And, you know, as it's developed, it's just gotten even better and better and better. And, you know, he makes characters come alive in this way that I feel like I know them, you know. And so I loved that scene between me and oh God, Eddie. I'm sorry, I forget his name. But that was such a wonderfully written scene, and I enjoyed playing it so much.
Thoughts on the episode?
I love this episode. Yeah.
Me too. It's a really great introduction for Glenda on the show, and it's definitely one of the more memorable episodes of the show.
Yeah, it's a really, really good one.
Yeah, what I really like about that scene with Glenda and Eddie is it really helps to establish something that that I think is a very important part of the show going forward. Is the fluidity of sexuality that a lot of our characters have. I mean, Eddie is having sex with someone who is not who he would traditionally expect him to have sex with, and that's something that we see. It's no big deal, really. He's upset maybe about the idea of having to prostitute himself, but he's not really upset by the idea of having sex itself with Glenda. Just like, I mean, you see that later on with Milton. Milton is very fluid with his sexuality. Drake, Glenda's son. Detective Rossetti, you see all that with all of these characters going forward, and I think that you sort of the seeds of that are here with Eddie in this scene where sexuality is very fluid, and I really like this episode. This is my favorite episode as far as the voiceover goes, because I really enjoy Eddie's voiceover and how it ties into this scene at the end with Glenda.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, happy birthday from last week again to you, Reverend Yolanda. Thanks so much for being on the show, and we will see you next time. And enjoy your trip and have fun.
Thank you so much for having me tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yolanda, talk soon. I can't wait to have you on the podcast.
I can't wait either. Thank you, Ashley, my love. I'll talk to you soon.
And Ashley, another great week with you. Thank you so much for being on the SideKick Power Hour every week.
Everybody.
It's so much fun. We really, of course, can't do it without you. It's a lot of fun. And congratulations again on the F Your Fears podcast. Folks, don't forget that you can stream those podcasts from pretty much anywhere.
Everywhere.
Podcast right now, and so we will definitely be looking. I'm excited now to hear the Mark Eugene Garcia one, and just so many more great ones coming up. And leave a comment for Ashley to let her know what you think about the podcast and who you think that she should have on her show. And of course, Josh, thanks again so much for letting me be a part of all of this. It's so much fun. We really have a blast every week. Don't forget, folks at home, that you can help us to finish the musical episode by making a donation right now over at Venmo or at PayPal to SideKick Productions. The info is right there, and it'll also be in the description of the video. You can find it there. We do this every single week at 8 o'clock Eastern, the SideKick Power Hour. Next week, we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 9, A Second Closet Full. Josh, anything for folks to be thinking about, looking forward to for next week?
Next week is the introduction of a couple fan favorite characters, I think. Especially we've got the Midnight Marauder, we've got Cameron Diaz himself. We've got so many new people to see next week. I'm really excited.
I'm excited too. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and with that, we'll see you next time on the SideKick Power Hour. All things from the SideKick Productions universe. And I thought I was gonna forget all my lines because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and